the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa akwa kutwa ntroma ne ho akyere no papa a enye asem kotwana ene say yebekai a recently ade baako a apagya ne ho mene so pa within akabe 2 months ne ekwa akoto abe eye galamsey eni ade akyi na we atene ho agumonten so ade akyi na we atene ho ade agumonten so ne no ena Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa efa ho akwa akotwa ntra ne ho etumi akyere no a enye asem kotwa na ene say Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa ekokotena Metro TV Good Morning Ghana on the Dr. Randy Abbey ekotwetwe nkomo na nkomo twetwe anim no na Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa ede to Dr. Randy Abbey anim se wawunim da bia meka se NPP amanyukuo no na eye illegal mining na wo say o mining show left and right center a enye asem kotwa no na Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa etimi ema Dr. Randy Abbey document a ekirese ukopie mu mineral commissions a license crampa ye dema miners momo ekotu mine no NDC abreso one etimi ema only 54 per nipa 54 eno mo one license se wonko na wonkotu onko ye mining ena NPP amanyukuo nso nana adodan kwakufado ene ba omianso ama nipa 1503 licenses se wonfa nkotu license wonfa nkotu onfa nkoye mining na on say ensu anom ne ade ene Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa sasem ya oka ye kura nam so ema Catholic bishop a ewo Ghana hate sasem no say what say ena ban no eye de sensuo dia enye yenyina nkasa ye bete ye ho agumontin so bi na x-ray ena won ekoko hu say sansem a Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa de tuja no sa enokre ba akokra enim na randia bebufu efu pa senke nyame kra na nkostuo na kotimi epam Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa kra edifri ni studio yenko he video no abra Dr. Randy Abbey ebisa Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa senti nsem a obetena ha kan licenses no ne ade nyina sa na nsem na okan ni nyina obua.
Last week you came here, you brought documents here on this same mining thing, a lot of documents, only for us to find out in the media that apparently say your documents are fake documents. I've even been accused of unprofessional and unethical conduct in allowing you to put out these fake documents to the public, and that before your own committee you have been exposed. And I'm sure that's a video that people really put out there to show that indeed all the things that you came to say here on Good Morning Ghana were false, and that you have been exposed right before your own committee that you chaired. Why would you engage in that?
Well, so let me quickly salute the Catholic Church. I haven't had the opportunity to speak to their interview a while ago. The Catholic Bishops' Conference is standing up, and history will remember them, that they stood up in this defining moment, in this consequential era, when we faced an existential
the mass
threat.
Is really full.
They did not forsake the flock, and I'm really, really inspired by what the Catholic Bishops' Conference, and clearly looking at the mass, they have mobilized the faithful, and members of the Catholic fraternity are going to send a clear message to those in authority that Christians are not going to countenance this destruction, this mass murder, which is unfolding before our very eyes. And you are having people in authority just looking on. A president puts his presidency on the line, and years down the lane, it turns out to have been a scam, a grand deception. There was no commitment to this fight. I am really, really inspired by what the Catholic Bishop Conference has done. And they have been very, very consistent, it must be said. I recall that even in the heady days of the of military rule, the role that the Catholic Standard newspaper played, they were really, fearless. They were vociferous in pointing out the excesses and the ills in society. So the Catholic Bishops' Conference is being consistent, and they will be remembered kindly. Posterity and history will judge them kindly. I hope that other organizations are learning. Unfortunately, organized labor appears to have become disorganized on this matter. We are getting splinter groups and differing opinions, and you don't see consistency and clarity on the position of organized labor. I do hope that the example, the very shining, heavenly example that the Catholic Bishops' Conference is demonstrating today will send some message to other organizations to reflect. At least it will offer them an opportunity to reflect and reconsider their position. I am appalled that on a matter like this, people will bring in partisanship. I mean, we are faced with an existential threat. People are dying. And then some people are concerned. I heard some labor activists say that, oh, the time is close to an election. This may favor a political party. I mean, so is there any time that we can relegate politics to the background, that we can band together, that we can form a common purpose that puts the country first, that puts life ahead of other secondary and really sectarian interests? So I have been really disappointed that some people will say that the only reason why they do not want to protest and they do not want to compel authorities who have been given all the resources. You have all the military might. You have all the resources, the money. If you look at the allocations that Parliament has made to all of these institutions to fight Galamsey, they have absolutely no excuse. And if you think that people in the opposition or elsewhere are standing in your way, you arrest them and deal with them, as you have done to, innocent protesters who really should not have been arrested. The high-handedness that we have seen, the unconstitutional raids that we have seen, if they had exhibited that on the Galamsey sites, we will not be where we are. So we celebrate the Catholic Bishops' Conference this morning. Our Lords showing the way, and we.
Muna mo seti muna mo chie ko school a mo chie say wo seti objectives a wo beye bibi de bibi si wani so sa person wo ya set objectives are best set no, it must be measurable, okay, it must be achievable, and ameboa it must be measurable, achievable, and there must be timelines, and it must be realistic. Achievable, measurable, realistic. Timeliness wom. Busa who say 2 months to elections, yeah, go fight Galamsey say all of a sudden, a dear bear partner person within 2 months, obet me aye. Atesa bonting. My ye enra mako munina mako meeting. That's about what mo fanche me jende peki ko bi na ne nkasa mo nyina mako meeting enra say afedie enam se aban atie ensem bebre na moka na aban start to ho na mo ni nti no say that strike na mbeka mbeko ne no munya nko organize labor kasa o my issue statement o my press conference Ghana for nyinaa Omampanyin so for the past 3 days, virtually every day bia what the new Ayiba improved version of the earlier decisions was a way actually base what the nyinaa bebre number making Kenya nyinaa say mo bia atene. Na afedie omu wie ya there how many say no problem. There how many say you can disagree with the position of organized labor. Professor Jampono. You have every right to disagree with them. But for you to impugn on their integrity, to say, or more question them, I'm a politicians, or more question them, I'm a politicians, now would the intimate nada? Whoa! E dey be ne ba wutima wo ye wadwen se be mpredua some fa chem se wo de woni munyansa se wo do Ghana chen wo mo a wo no mkwatena ase enura no kwa do Ghana chen mu nyina for you to impugn on their integrity and so any other women in Ghana we also have our right to also impugn on your integrity say wo sika be na wo kwaje ye ansa na woni bra wotigu abote se chenchina Uber demonstration. And them so organized labor so munyenti. Enura sika na hye jampo. E ka ba fie. What are you project say? Hey, u projection say sika we de e bai say na meye me dan ka me say say mbesa me ye de say na me kwa second na me hey da bi so pon me kwa say ni say me sraw. Jampo, is it true say NDC for ekwa ejapade bi so yo mo de be mawana is it true? True. Ya no tina when ya apochere wo ho to the sense say enura wo se mid wo bu afu unya krobe wo afri wiase. To the sense I say media we want to be the conscience of the state. Conscience of the state as how can a sex offender like you Professor Jampo be the conscience of the state? Not just say, oh man, I take pansam. Conscience of the state, a sex offender. Baby, what we are CBA and you have no right to engage in any public discourse in this country. But the Aqua Kodrunye, it would be kept here, they will pay. Would be kept here, they will pay. Me say, you have every right to oppose and I say, go against the decision of organized labor. But when Timmy impugn on the integrity, a brand of 4 ekeka say, Omujidi say, and this for this can be a bread 2 years for and organized labor. Memeka says, you say, and yet that fair. And yet fair say, it will be Bekasa. But there will work idea. There will work and the I'm tempted to believe say, I'm person what this camp. I am tempted to believe the uncle for say, scanning the Bessie or so. Like a crab now, Tima Omo. Hey, we are lecturer now. 1 million Ghana cedis here, Massa, and Yasan Ketu. Lecturer 1 million Ghana cedis. Me say, and Yasan Ketua. It is a Abia. We are lecturer 1 million Ghana cedis for Ghana, and Yasika Ketua. Okay, too. Don't pay me bet me the aye. Professor Jampo, the bed, yeah, this say, well, Lydia, you tag say, more tears are bunting, I fed the monsoon, more cost strike. Hey, and for 4 months, the Abram was someone shall mad you. And how many of you university students and now come Kromu that say, more public education, say, a dear more year with your Kromu hay, more to Galam say no, and who so I saw a benny, come on, I said, how many of you? And you think, say, embarking on demonstration in Accra, not at the Galamsey side too, embark on demonstration in Accra, yeah, the berries of Asemono. And you think, say, Enquara Umudo, Yadoma best shamans, I say, Moncha Madie, more ya dear we say, more distortum calendar, more distort education calendar, more distort academic calendar, Yano dear, and no hamo. More trefie, a baby chamukaum. Eti mame abrewa bia ide ne tax ne sika yatete no ya edi twa mukabra mo kwatina fie mo so mo conscience de of course obi en ho ye lecturer wo conscience a obi sex offender you are only conscience Who the conscience? Have you been kissed violently before? Have you been kissed violently? Have you been kissed violently before? And my Tom Pop and Papa goes to say 1 2 say you. Yes, oh fire sa asuntia. Oh fire sa asuntia. Fire sa. Na Max na di hunu nkofo. Max na di hunu nkofo. You see? Enema bi wo honom a ye nyina menye sure say from president to vice president, chief of staff to one besi me so yen support galamsi. But if we are attacking it, let us attack it holistically. And yet this hypocritical approach, trying to be a hero. Who person would defend a people when you were when you're the MP free was so that's we a sex offender. No! Anyway, Entimi resolve she. Entimi and resolve she. Doman Penya actual dia babontin and the permanent this statement that babontin on different occasions. Information Minister Dibiaba, Communications Director so Edibiaba. Me what GDS said Doman Penya diabano or be carrying it out. Let us give him benefit of the doubt and monitor. But what is abontin? What is the guarantee? So is there any way how you can guarantee something? In fact, what mom kwaje loan busia our bank. Yetimi e bibia so here bia de ko e de guarantor ni ala de nyina ko. Yet people default. Tell me I'm lying. E ko for default yo near in fact one more ye kwaji bail ma wo mo. Ye kwaji bail ma mo court. Yes if a dine way, a dine worth this. The coffee home papers, Bibia Brasse, Bakwani Yane. So there's no absolute friend say guarantee in this world. And you can what is the guarantee? What is the guarantee? Guarantee Baya. Guarantee Baya what you say. So give the president benefits of the doubt. But if Mebusa say 2 months way, will satisfy objective. I won't say a measurable being. Achievable and realistic timelines that that's no ebetimi aye 2 months no ebetimi is it possible now okay sakasa and your person you want to be the conscience of the nation how can a sex offender be a conscience of the nation so it means you never be a sex offender sana a sex offender that's a bread go down the future and the present seer that's the beje jamana of
Kokofu Achemade not Ukugwa.
That's a bread we munya no muya Lord Mensa and now
before na
the Lord Lord Mensa and the way munya muya MPP for na bibinti that means say bibinti that me kamenya Ghana nimpo bi
oh bibinti
e bibi benta si kanti say
ya man contract
that's the million yen pe ocean camp pe yanya bi me say that's what ya
me near we bas omo come ya washing care bi say car no
me ma me 92 di
wo de chow kra no a
wonye
e ka baba wo ho no wontumi
what you say nanso no that's the bread at ye wo hasen na the year 2000 elections Alhaji Inusa no onye first say Jonathan Kufuor campaign manager few months to elections papa one resign one was your MPP ni chain one resign enti will be formally no your MPP ni a or MPP ni 8 years ago ababa will be no ko UCC that time also UCC na we MPP ni you see our TV station ba kubi wasese no ya just say NDC national women's organizer